Hey viewers, welcome to another game of the Casual Pro Gamer. Today we're doing a game between TLO, which is the little one. Can't believe I could remember. And WhiteRa. So TLO is playing on his Smurf, which is GameOfDrones, which is obviously a play of words on Game of Thrones, which is a popular TV series, in case you didn't know. So we are playing on whatever this map is called. It is a really nice, long, big map. So there is going to be a lot of macroing opportunities. Of course, you can fake out your opponent by making him think that you're going for a lot of macro, and then actually going for a rush. But it seems that that is not the case in this game, because, well, still producing drones. That kind of tells us that. And yeah, we see that there are only 2 spawn positions, so the enemy knows exactly where you spawn, which makes it hard to do any kind of rush anyway. But it is a big map, so it is relatively easy to, well, just defend your base when the enemy comes in, because it takes a long time before the enemy is actually there. So we see one pylon over here making well, the first kind of thing to make a fast expansion here, creating this first yeah, power grid, I should call it, probably. So that's going to be something like Forge, Gateway, what's the other one called? Cybernetics Core, with the cannon behind it, and that'll do just fine. After the Forge we will see the Nexus coming up. Don't know why he chooses to go for the Forge first, because it seems that he should be fine with just the... I mean, he can scout everything that's going on. He knows what's here, and he knows there are a couple of Zerglings coming out, but that's about it. So he knows what's coming up, and maybe it just takes a little bit too long otherwise. I guess this cannon is now out a little bit earlier. And yeah, the first Zerglings are out. They are going to run towards his base and hopefully get something done, although it seems, yeah, the wall off is now complete. Actually using a pylon here, leaving a little bit of a gap to make sure that he can actually move out with his units. So, one Zergling getting sniped. The Zergling's apparently not strong enough to take out this probe and still live. So he's going to work on the destructible rocks. Only 2000 HP, which means that they're going to eat through that quite easily. It is armored, but yeah, that doesn't really mean a whole lot, because, well, they still do plenty of damage to it. I mean, it's not like with ghosts where it takes forever to take this out. Yeah, well, the fact that there are 5 Zerglings also helps, of course. But yeah, we see Cybernetics Core, and I wonder if this guy can actually see that happening. Yeah, so he can see that happening, and he will probably be prepared for it, or he should at least be prepared for it. So this cannon can range to about here, so it will not be able to defend the probes that are over here. It will also not attack these guys at all. So the first Zealot out, and it's getting surrounded by the Zerglings, but because it was maneuvered in this little corner here, it can actually take out 3 Zerglings, which is a lot for, well, for one Zealot on its own, but it's not cost effective. You need to take out 4 Zerglings to make it cost effective, and the new Zealot is now going to defend this. So a little bit of nice micro there, placing the Zealot in exactly the right spot, but in the end, yeah, the Zerglings still win, but yeah, I guess the Protoss wins because the Zerglings are no longer able to take down this destructible rock formation. So more probes coming up. More probes coming up here as well. A Stargate coming up, which means that we are going to see some phoenixes probably, and no upgrades. So just waiting around a bit for things to actually heat up. Yeah, sentries being trained here. Sentries are going to be able to wall off this little gap or even this entire ramp, and because of that they will be able to defend the base all on their own if they have enough energy, and as long as they have enough energy. So yeah, for now we see a lot of Zerglings out. Let me pull up the units tab. 17 Zerglings out against 1 sentry. So that is not going to be a very good fight for our Protoss player here. He is building... that's a pulse, okay. He was building a WhiteRa. The WhiteRa is now out. The WhiteRa is obviously very good against big things, but there's already a spore crawler coming up because he got spotted by this watchtower. Actually, multiple spore crawlers are up now. The queen now here to do some damage, but the queen is going to get taken out by this WhiteRa. At least I'm assuming it is. But the second queen coming in, and the second queen will change that to a win. So 2 of the spore crawlers got cancelled, and still 1 makes it. Oh yeah, the WhiteRa not really effective against Zerglings here, so he is going to try to pick off some of the Zerglings, but it's not going to do enough damage to do anything. All of them are still alive, although not all of them are at full health. So another WhiteRa is out now, and this is going to be, well, still the same fight. There's 1 Stalker out, 3 sentries, and the 3 sentries are going to be able to wall off, well, force field, use their force field to defend this this ramp. Also, because there are several zealots out now, maybe they were out already, but because they are already out, you can defend your base pretty well. And we are going to see the WhiteRays go in now, so the WhiteRays are going to be able to snipe some buildings here if the defense is not optimal. Seems, however, that it is going pretty well. So the Protoss army now coming in, and the Zerglings not strong enough to deal with those, so they are going to fall back and they are going to get shot at by the WhiteRays. So anyway, the warp in pylon being built here, and let's see if that's actually going to work out, because there are a lot of gateways out already, meaning that he can warp in quite a lot, 4 extra zealots, and that is going to make all the difference. The 3 extra zealots now, so 7 zealots added to his army total, and that is going to be a big deal, because if you can resupply your army straight away, that's obviously going to make a big difference from the normal supply lines, and they are going to try to take out these pylons, but the zealots there to hold that off for a little bit until, well, this base actually falls, and then it doesn't matter, because then he accomplished his goal, which was to take out this base and to take out the next base if he can. So the force field's going down, splitting the army, and if the infestors go down, this is the GG, because the infestors are really the only thing between, well, oh, they're not, they don't have any energy. So I think this is already over, because with the infestors gone, there are only a few Zerglings against this army of, well, flyers and ground army, so that is not going to be good. Taking down the spore crawlers, and once the spore crawlers go down, only the queens stand between him and defeat, or, well, the Protoss guy and victory, I guess. And yeah, the Void Rays are now have free reign over this side of the base, so they can take out this lair and just win straight away. So counterattack incoming from our Zerg player, and yeah, I don't think that is going to be good enough, because even with only one Zealot here, he is going to take down a lot of these Zerglings, and it may not be good enough though. I'm not sure. Also warping in 2 more Zealots, and yeah, the 2 Zealots will be doing a good job of holding that off. Even more Zealots coming in. Infested Terrans being spawned by the Infestors, and yeah, this is just a matter of time before this all gets taken down by the Protoss player. At least I'm assuming, because, well, Protoss, the Protoss has a good economy. He can warp in all of his units right on top of the enemy units, and once his Infestor goes down, these guys will time out. Yep, they all time out. Infestor goes down, and only a few Zerglings left. Yeah, in the meantime, obviously this base was taken down, and a few more pylons being built to warp in new units, and that is indeed the GG, because he has nothing to deal with this army anymore. So too many expansions, little bit wrong on how much he would need to defend that, and yeah, the counterattack was never going to work because, well, he just didn't have enough, and he only had Zerglings. So anyhow, hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. GG.